Is it a race car? Is it a jet? Or is it a giant crab with a humongous stone on its back, crushing from lane to lane and getting every objective? I won't spoil you here, my friends, but in this case, it's everything. Ladies and gentlemen, let's clap your claws together for the one and only, hard on the outside, weak on the inside, favorite crab pal in Pokemon Unite Crustle. Number 558 is its Pokédex entry, and our crabby friend was introduced in Generation 5 during Pokemon Black and White. In Pokemon Unite, Crustle has the defender role and is one of the Pokemon you can still get in the 7-day beginner challenge, depending on the time you're watching this video, of course. What? You don't know what I'm talking about? Then check out my ultimate guide to Pokemon Unite, where I explain everything about Pokemon Unite licenses that you can get for free and everything else that's important to know about the game. But enough of that. You are here for the guide for Crustle and I will deliver to you, I promise. And as always, you know what comes next. I want to make a bet with you. If you can successfully battle with Crustle after watching this video, you owe me a like and a subscription. Don't worry, it's free and hey, you'll get more guides, tips and tricks on the house. Deal? Deal. And if that's the case, my name's Kay and let's get rumbling with our crab-tastic bot, Crustle. Now let's take a detailed look at him. He's a melee defender with a difficulty novice and has a 4-star rating in endurance. Let's see what evolutions and attacks we have to our disposal. We start out as Dweeble on level 1 and evolve into Crustle at level 4. The first two moves are Rock Slide and Fury Cutter. Rock Slide drops large rocks on the designated area, and if the move hits, Pokemon will be left unable to act and it deals damage in the area of effect. Fury Cutter slashes forward our Pokemon and deals damage to the enemies in our way. If we hit the second time with the same attack, we deal bonus damage. At the beginning I like to choose Rock Slide, because with Rock Slide we have the area of effect range, you see it's quite far where we can hit with this attack, and for the third and fourth APM it's very good because we can hit both of them and so increase our lane clearing speed. Then of course the next attack is Fury Cutter. Like you see with Fury Cutter, if we attack once we deal 376 damage, again 451 and again 527, and it keeps maxing out at this value. So we can use it twice on an enemy Pokemon to increase the damage. And I think I've said it's twice the damage, but you see it's kinda in that direction, so it's important to hit the enemy twice with it, you can deal the maximum amount of damage. At level 4 we have the decision between Rock Tomb and Shell Smash. Rock Tomb being the more defensive ability. There we create a barricade where Pokemon cannot get through. And we also deal damage in the designated area where the attack will hit. At level 11 we get Rock Tomb Plus, which also decreases the movement speed of the opposing Pokemon for a short time when this move hits. The other ability is more of a buff, and personally the attack I use most with Crustle. Here we smash our shell, and converting some of our defense and special defense into attack and special attack, and increase also our movement speed. This is the ability which makes Crustle too fast to furious. And on level 11 we get Shell Smash Plus, which also increases this move's conversion rate a bit further. Now let's see Rock Tomb in action. At level 4 we've chosen Rock Tomb, and you see the distance is also really far away from Crustle itself, and if we strike with the attack you can see it goes forward, strikes the enemy once, and then if we hit the Rock Tomb at the place of the Pokemon, I try it again, it hits them again, and when the wall goes away it hits again. So these are the 3 times where we can deal damage with Rock Tomb. And you see we can block enemy Pokemon, they can't get through. Of course if you have ranged attacks that's not leaving you away, but with that ability it's important to learn how to aim it. It can have real potential to block your way, like here, or of course you can block yourself, and that's kind of the part where you can hinder your team at progressing. But it's important to learn where you hit it, and with that you can control the battlefield far more than with any other Pokemon. Now let's see what Shell Smash does. When we use it we break our shell, we get increased attack based on our special defense and defense values, and we can almost use it again after the buff wears off. You see we are moving quite fast, and you see 2 seconds left and we can already use it again, speed up to the enemy and try to sneak, like in this example, the last hit. And it helps us to get quickly to the enemy, strike a few hits, and then in the combination with our other attacks, deal the damage we are supposed to deal with Crustle. Can also help us to really quickly get from top to bottom lane, because it's important at minute 7:30 to get down to Dreadnought, and so we can really quickly switch lanes and support our team at the bottom lane if needed. Already at level 6 we get the next two attacks, Stealth Rock and my all-time favorite Axe Scissor. Let's have a look at Stealth Rock first. There we throw many small rocks, and when a rock hits an opposing Pokemon, or when they have traveled the full distance, a zone of many levitating rocks is created, which deal increased damage over time to the opposing Pokemon in the area. At level 13 we get the plus variant of this move, which also decreases the movement speed of the Pokemon in this zone. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Axe Scissor. With this attack, we dash forward with crossed claws and attack 3 times, shoving the Pokemon in the direction where we attack. This leaves them even unable to move when we hit them against the wall. So we, on the one side, have an ability where we can throw them away or push them into our goal or push them away from our objective, and on the other side can stun them when we tactically shove them into a wall or anything else. At level 13 we get the plus variant, which also reduces this move's cooldown. Now let's see what Stealth Rock does. Like you see, also quite a far range. It's very interesting. Crustle is a melee attack and we have a lot of attacks that have quite a large distance to use. But let's shoot them at the enemies. You see, and the area of effect, we deal ever increasing damage. The effect might seem quite good at first, even with the plus variant where we can slow down enemies, but it's more for the, like we've said, defensive one. I'm not the biggest fan of the attack. I'm also always choosing the other combination. Now we have Rock Tomb and Stealth Rock, but the other two are my favorite to go away how to play Crustle and to control the field. With Axe Scissor, we get the second ability, which I really like to combine with Shell Smash. We use it and then we hit Axe Scissor and you see we are shoving the Pokemon away, and we can so control again the position and movement of enemies. And at level 9 we get our ultimate move, Rubble Rouser. With Rubble Rouser we have a buff where we get a shield only for us, which also leaves nearby opposing Pokemon unable to act, and we're dealing damage over time to them. But it is important to know, Pokemon have to be very close to us to get this damage from the shield. This move in combination with Shell Smash and Axe Scissor can be a real devastating combination. And at level 9 the Unite move is available. So you see, we can use it, we get the shield, and all the Pokemon in our area get damaged, and when they attack us, we also deal more damage. This can be really devastating when you're fighting, for example, against Zapdos and the enemies trying to push from their side. Just pop the Unite move, all getting in your sight, and you can block them off, attack and deal increased and additional damage with the shield around you, and you have quite a bit of sustainability. That's really amazing. The passive ability of Crustle is Sturdy. This means every time we lose a certain amount of HP, our defense and special defense values are increased. It's a stackable ability, so the more often we get hit, the more HP we lose, the higher the defense will get. It's important to know that this stack doesn't be there forever. And last but not least, our basic attack. Every third attack gets boosted, and when this boosted attack hits, we are dealing damage to opposing Pokemon in an AoE radius, and we're decreasing the movement speed for a short time. Nice addition to the moveset. It's time for the battle items, and here we now have 2 possibilities which I can recommend. First, if you're using the Too Fast Too Furious Crustle, I recommend you using eject button. This lets you move quickly in the desired direction, and you of course can jump over walls. This is the to-go item for the most Pokemon, but there's of course a second one I want to show you if you're playing Crustle more in the defender role. This is Slow Smoke. With Slow Smoke, we create a cloud of smoke that greatly decreases the movement speed of enemy Pokemon in this area. So they cannot get away from us and we can hit them, and of course also create our barrier with Rock Tomb so they can't get away, and in combination with our team, this can be really devastating. And you know, when we talk about battle items, it's time for the question of the day. Today's question is, what's your favorite bug Pokemon? Mine was definitely Scyther. It was my all-time favorite bug Pokemon in the 2nd generation games, and I always try to catch one at the bug contest. But enough about me, tell me yours right down in the comments and let me know what was your favorite. After the battle items, now let's have a look at the held ones. And I use A rather defensive combination which helps me in the early game, but also gives me so much more sustainability while playing Crustle in a more aggressive role. At first I have Body Barrier. You know this item, when we use a Unite move, we and the Pokemon with the lowest HP in our area get in shield, and at level 20, that's 40% of the max HP. And the 400 HP at the beginning are a very good bonus to get all the farm on the own lane. The second one is Focus Band. Defense and special defense goes hand in hand with the defender, but it helps us especially in the early game and also in more critical team fights to get back this huge amount of HP. And the last one is the Assault Vest. We get HP and special defense and also have a shield if we're not in combat, which takes in damage equal to 15% of our max HP. That's, especially against special attacker, an amazing value which helps us to decrease the initial impact or the first strong hitting move of an enemy when we're getting into a team fight. If you want to play a little more offensive, you can of course swap Focus Band or Assault Vest against the Float Stone. With the Float Stone you get a flat amount of movement speed and also increase your attack. Now we know everything about our crabby body Crustle. Let's take a look at some situations where I have some good plays where I want to show and also describe you what I've done to get the upper hand and how to defeat enemies in different fights and how to get the upper hand, like I said, to be the most effective Crustle you can be. So let's have a look at some gameplay scenes. This post-low bro won't get away with it. We had access for our availability and attacked him. We tried to shove him away, but of course he tried to get the citrus berries behind his own goal. Of course we took one of them to further decrease his survivability, and then we mashed forward, hit it KO, and so we had the possibility, because the Ivysaur wouldn't try to get in front of us, we hit 11 points, and you see X-Scissors have a very good ability to move enemy around the field. As soon as Crustle shifts into the final gear, you can see how much survivability he gets with Shell Smash. When we use the ability, we have a 3v2, and we see, okay, we can't completely make it, so we try to get away, boost our way back to the goal, and heal up completely. Now we see that Absol and Slowbro are on our side, and you see all the other Pokemon are quite hit, and then we can destroy both of them, leaving their Absol getting the kills, and you see this is the point. I think now the most satisfying moment of the whole recording session comes into play. You see we are fighting against Zapdos, we try to get the kill, and on the top lane all the enemies are laying down to get to us. We got Zapdos in time, but of course everybody wants to fight. We pop our Unite move and you see 4v1. We get assistance of our teammate rather late in the bunch, but we can destroy all of them with our combination of the Unite move and the abilities, and that's really amazing. And again a situation where Shell Smash and X-Scissor rescue today. You see Alolan Ninetales trying to attack, and we have Cramorant and Venusaur, or in this case I think Ivysaur, and they're trying to make some damage. Ninetales trying to get back to get the berry, that's the issue. Our Alolan Ninetales hitting it hard, and you see I want to get Cramorant, always on cooldown, but I pop the ultimate just to be safe, because Cramorant pops its own. Ivysaur tries to hit with Solar Beam. I'm almost down, but with the use of the Unite move, we get the shield up and can get Cramorant down on the boards, and Ivysaur is the last one standing. But of course, I've been using Stealth Rock and Rock Tomb as well. You see all the enemies at the bottom lane. With Rock Tomb, we can block the way and so hit all the enemies. We are almost down, getting back to the goal. And with the combination of Stealth Rock, hitting sustained damage, all the enemies cannot get through. And with this, again, Stealth Rock, all our teammates are here. We at the goal, we're fighting, one is down. Again, a Rock Tomb, making some damage, popping the shield, the ultimate, and enough damage to destroy everyone. And just as a proof that you can play Crustle as ranged attacker in this case, again, we pop our shield at the Zapdos fight. Cinderace is trying to get away. We have our Rock Tomb plus on cooldown, hitting with the Stealth Rock, making some sustained damage. Cinderace almost down, getting away, trying to maybe get back to base, but the issue is he's getting back. One Rock Tomb making damage, and so we can snipe him away and win the fight for us. Oh boy, Crustle is really too fast, too furious, and that's a good thing because it's incredibly funny to literally put rocks in the way of the opponents with our insect friend, and in combination with his Unite move, stop whole teams when it comes to the hotly contested Zapdos fight. Considering all these circumstances, and especially because of the combination of Shell Smash and X-Scissor, Crustle gets a well-deserved anime wow from me. On the one hand for his great play as a defender, and on the other hand because it's just fun to race from lane to lane. Oh well, don't think I forgot, we had a deal. I'm sure you get a whole lot tips and tricks for the fight with Crustle. And if that's the case, a like and subscribe would be amazing. Because this way we show YouTube that the guides are amazing, and who knows, maybe the community will grow a bit more with your help. With these words, there is not much left to say. Thanks for watching, my name's Kay, and see you soon.